We have some Kari Lake rally moments to look at. She's been doing different speeches and stuff recently, and these ones are particularly vile as ever. So we can't forget how wild of a moment we're in, where it's normal now, I guess, for individuals who lost their election fair and square to be going around and doing events and speeches, celebrating the fact that they deny the election that just occurred and pretending like there's some chance she's still going to become a governor or something. It's very bizarre, but we're watching as she's prepping for the next ambition of hers that seems to either be being Trump's vice presidential running mate or running for Senate in Arizona. And that's why I think she's going so hard on all the election denialism, all of these events and all that, is to stay relevant, to be able to fundraise, and to launch her into whatever her next move is. But the reason why I want to take a look at these is because there's a big movement behind her, and it's concerning. So first moment from one of her recent Arizona rally.
To hedge their bets on these horrible candidates because they rely on election fraud. Let me repeat that. Election fraud. Election fraud. They knew that they didn't have to campaign, they didn't have to debate, they didn't have to talk to the voters because the fix was in. We had the American people on our side. Each and every one of you, and then also apparently people outside. We've got 4 times the capacity of this room. I'm so sorry to the people outside. I didn't realize everybody would show up tonight. This is great. So we have the people with us. We have the people, we still have you. We have the people with us, but they had the corrupt election officials with them. That's how.
So dangerous, not providing the evidence. She had her day in court, as they say, and she was not able to successfully prove the things that she's saying here. And so now there's this whole celebration, huge rallies where there's tons of people at that rally. There were lots of people cheering on someone who's just lying to them, who's pretending there is a really scary moment going on in the country in regard to our elections that's not occurring. Well, there is a scary moment with our elections. It's not the one she's talking about. She's the scary part of it, and individuals who deny the elections without evidence. But so many people are buying into the idea that Kari Lake's a hero. She's fighting for election integrity, and it is so frightening. Next moment from this same event where Trump calls in.
Hold on. Oh my, are you serious? Yeah. President Trump just called in, guys. Okay. Hold up, guys. We have the president on the phone. President Trump, you're not going to believe this crowd. Everyone in Arizona cares about election integrity. Tell them hello.
Well, hello, everybody, and it sounds like an unbelievable crowd.
Okay, so you get the point on that one. But a movement united by the belief in a story that never occurred. That is really unique. And part of why I've gotten people asking when we do videos like this, you know, Kari Lake lost, why is she being discussed? And what I've explained in the past before is, number one, it looks like she has other ambitions she's headed towards and kind of following the build up to that. But also, most importantly, as long as she has a hold over so much of the MAGA base and so many Americans, and when you look at polling on how many Americans believe the election was stolen, you realize, oh, this is a real massive portion of our country. And that is very important to discuss, to keep up with, so that we can confront and address the movement, so that we can push back against these lies. And I really do think this is going to be history books type stuff. The phenomenon of an entire movement built around their belief that an election was stolen from them, or multiple elections at this point that weren't. Next moment now in Iowa. Why is she in Iowa? As I previously speculated, because she's trying to, start getting her name in the vice presidential spot as far as Trump's mind goes, and the voters within Iowa, obviously an important state in the primary. And take a look at this.
We've got a lot of great candidates in the Republican Party, unlike the Democrat Party. They roll people out like Katie Hobbs and Joe Biden, and they expect us to believe that that's what people want, and we know people don't want that. Meanwhile, we've got great candidates on the Republican Party, and on our side, we've got so many great candidates that if our elections were really fair, I believe the ranks of Congress, the Senate, I think a White House, I think all the state governorships would be Republican if elections were fair.
So her conclusion, I guess, or her hypothesis, I should say, is that if the elections were not being stolen, then all public offices would be held by Republicans. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We looked at the last 2 decades. There's been one Republican that won the popular vote, in presidential national elections. Now, more Republican presidents than that because of the Electoral College, but the actual popular vote shows that a lot of people are Democrats, or a lot of people vote Democratic. So to believe that none of that would equal a public office being taken by a Democrat, whether it be the White House or all the things she listed, is truly, truly stunning. And the word that's more accurate is delusional. And what is so sad is that a lot of people are buying into those delusional beliefs. Last moment we'll look at from the same Iowa event, where she's talking about why she is not accepting her defeat with grace.
Over Dan, but he said stay in the fight, but if you lose with dignity. You shake the other person's hand and you walk away. I didn't lose, so I'm not doing that.
If you lose with dignity, I guess, is what her father told her. And she's saying, well, I can't lose with dignity because I didn't actually lose. I guess anybody who's not accepting their loss could say that, yes. Anytime you're a sore loser, you can just say, it's because I didn't lose fairly, right? The whole idea is that you're able to look at the facts and not be so biased towards yourself that you can accept a loss. Truly wild, scary, dangerous, as we talk about so often. And hopefully there's some chance we can pull the followers one by one out of this. Not that we'll get everyone, but just some, because if this movement stays as powerful as it is now and influential within the Republican base, the future is very scary to me. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the full bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley. Link in the description.